Cavaliers are out of Cleveland in conference rival in tonight's contest. It's the NBA, and it's live right here on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, and on the sideline tonight, Doris Burke. A look at Cleveland's starting group. Kyrie Irving and J.R. Smith at the guard set. LeBron and Love are the talented pair at the forward position. And it's Thompson in at the 5.
I tell you what, he has quite the act to follow. But Fred Hoiberg was a quick choice for the brass in Chicago. Signed that 5-year deal over the summer. Was easily one of the most in-demand coaches available.
Just 3 to shoot. Ball's knocked loose. No good from Gibson. James kicks to Smith. The pass to Love. Cleveland moving it around. And Thompson throws it down.
Well, he's an undersized center, but he more than makes up for it with some serious leaping ability.
Well, Greg, for Hoiberg, it's his first job as an NBA head coach. Now, we know he played. He's been a part of an NBA front office. Clark, he came from Iowa State, where he honed his coaching skills and was highly respected.
Yeah, very much respected, particularly as an offensive coach. And we know the Bulls are pretty solid defensively, and he'll be looking to ramp up that offensive approach for that team, and I think he will.
And Thompson sends it back. And they'll keep possession.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, that's the message they were sending with that foul. Nothing easy inside.
He hits the second from the line. For a franchise that had so much success under his tenure, there was sure a lot of friction with Tom Thibodeau, and the Bulls front office surprised a lot of people, I know, including yourself.
Yeah, you know, it's not something that you see often. A winning coach at odds with his GM and president. With how often their differences came up, though, you knew something was afoot.
Smith drives in, lays it in off the pretty alley-oop.
Looky here, looky here. How about that one? That play, take that play and put it in the alley-oop textbook for future reference.
Perfectly done. He put it on a platter for him. Gosh, that was neat.
And guys, how about the touch there on the finish? Really just flawless.
And here we go. Fast break. James has got it. And it's Smith that time on the assist by LeBron.
And with Thibs, he did end up getting fired from the Bulls this past season. Some saw it coming, but still, I think surprising given the level of success he had. His imprint is all over this Bulls team in the way they approach the game. And you can sense the momentum really starting to swing their way.
Yeah, they're taking charge here. I mean, there's no question about it, Greg. And the lead, I think, is just going to continue to grow and grow from here.
But they get it back. Gasol with the steal. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Rose. Some changes for Chicago. Joakim Noah's checked in. For Gasol. Mirotic comes in for Taj Gibson. And McDermott subbed in for Dunleavy. And then for Cleveland, Channing Frye's checked in for Tristan Thompson. Mon Shumpert has come in for James. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for J.R. Smith.
And when you look at how Thibs got fired, I mean, there are a lot of reasons why a coach can be let go. I mean, he didn't have any performance issues, but apparently clashed in some form or fashion with the front office. Sometimes that's all it takes to be asked to go somewhere else.
Noah with the block. And stolen by Frye. Shumpert dishes to Frye. Knocked loose. Wallace with it. Now guarded by Mirotic. And out of bounds as the Bulls gain possession.
You know, that's hard to explain that play. I mean, I guess he thought he had more room than he did.
Morris checked in for the Bulls. Brooks comes in for Rose. Mozgov, he's checked in for the Cavaliers.
Well, I think the defense got lucky right there. I mean, he's going to make a lot more of those than he misses when he's got that much room.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
Now here's Moore. And here's Brooks from outside. But they'll get another chance. And Mozgov comes to help. And it's Noah again missing. Cleveland leading by 7. Dellavedova, the pass to Fry. Irving from long range. Mozgov kicks to Dellavedova. They get it back. Mozgov dishes to Irving. Tries yet again. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there. Earned those free throws.
The Cavaliers shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one.
And 75% on the season as a unit from the free throw line.
And guys, you know what? That's made things hard.
And so the first quarter is in the books. Cleveland ahead, up by 9. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter. Welcome back, folks. We'll see if we're in store for a more tightly contested quarter as we move here into the second. And a moment here to take a look at some of the hustle stats for the Cavaliers.
They've come out in attack mode on the defensive end. They've applied pressure and forcing turnovers.
They also came out of the locker room with their running shoes on. I mean, their transition game has been full throttle.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. So for Chicago right now, Pau Gasol is out there with Portis. Then it's Brooks. Then there's Dunleavy. And it's Holiday in at the 2 guard. Cavs were poised to make a huge run last year in the playoffs. Swept the Celtics in the first round, but it cost them.
Yeah, and even though they did get that sweep, they lose Kevin Love for the rest of the way. And that put a big hurdle in their quest for the title.
Derrick Rose is checked in for Brooks. Cleveland also making some changes. Tristan Thompson, he's checked in for Mozgov. And it's LeBron in for Iman Shumpert.
You can tell that pass just hung in the air for a long time.
Yeah, exactly. Long enough for him to get a hand on it and knock it out of play.
Kevin Love's checked in for Cleveland.
Oh, wow.
That's a beautiful jam.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now.
Clark, there is a swagger out here on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either.
That's right.
I tell you what, used to love the Gordon jam like that.
Here's what Chicago's going with right now. Gibson comes in for Portis. And it's Jimmy Butler coming in for Mike Dunleavy. And it's Thompson with the jam.
Oh, Maestro, he is so good at making those lead passes, like conducting an orchestra.
And the first time out of the game called for Chicago. Chicago was as strong as they would have hoped for last season at home in the United Center. A lot of big wins for them here.
Yeah, and despite all the injuries, they go 27-14 at home, and that helped to assure them of home court in the first round of the playoffs.
Smith on the wing. And now approaching 2 minutes of action here in the second quarter. And it's out of bounds. The Cavaliers able to retain possession here. McDermott's checked in for Chicago. And here are the Cavaliers now. Shot clock at 6. Here's Smith. And Gibson sends it back. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Gibson. Clock is at 3. The 3 from LeBron. From beyond the arc and then some. James has got 7 points in the game.
You know, you look back on the Bulls' record last year with 27 home wins. That's pretty solid. Same exact total as they had the year before. They haven't gone below 500 at home since 2008.
Wasted no time on that one.
J.R. Smith.
LeBron's got 7 points here in this quarter.
Cavaliers foul.
And now he's taken a solid opening in the quarter and built on it here in the second.
Cleveland on defense. It's an 18-point game. LeBron with the block. And they'll keep possession. And again, Chicago, no good. There's the lob to the hoop. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. And it's Kevin Love with the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game.
That's his second personal.
And that's foul number 2. And maybe you don't sit him at this point, but you really have to be careful to not pick up another before half.
Joakim Noah, he's checked in for Chicago.
J.R. Smith.
And Cleveland also making a change. Irving's checked in.
Another bucket added to the lead. They've been the better team in every facet.
And in my opinion, you get extra bonus points, extra eye of the beholder points when you do it the way they're doing it on the road. That's special.
Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Butler kicks to Rose. The shot's good on the assist by Butler. Rose has got his first 2 points.
Hard to get that one off with the size difference there. That makes it a tough individual matchup for him, especially down low.
Well, took on the big guys going in there and challenging them like he did. But, boy, that was a nice job.
Down for the Bulls.
Chicago calls timeout.
Clearly, he's not pleased with all the looks they've given up on the inside, and also to get them to tighten up that defense.
Yeah, and I think he's going to let them know about it. I mean, they're playing some soft interior defense, and you can't win that way. That's a recipe for disaster if you're not going to play with some physicality inside.
And one problem with the Cavs last season was they put immediate pressure on themselves. A part of that was the trade for Kevin Love.
Chicago making some changes. Mirotic comes in for Taj Gibson. And Brooks subbed in for Derrick Rose. And then for Cleveland, Mozgov, he's checked in for Thompson. Fry comes in for Kevin Love. And it's Amon Shumpert in for Smith. Here's Brooks. And another shot. And that's out of bounds. Chicago will retain possession. Dunleavy's checked in for McDermott.
Mike Dunleavy.
And Chicago has possession. And Dunleavy gets it to go in. As you said, the Cavs put a lot of pressure on themselves because of the trade. You could see it affect the way they came out of the gate, Clark.
And, you know, it was just night and day, Kevin, when the Cavs began to relax and click. I mean, a total transformation and turnaround. They would go 19-20 in the first 39 games and then 34-9 over the rest of the season once those guys gelled and got locked in.
Out of bounds, Cleveland takes possession.
Substitution.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Chicago making a switch here. Moore's checked in. Irving attacking. Here's Fry. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist.
Some defensive breakdowns are starting to show up now. Their last 4 buckets allowed have come from very close range.
Yeah, high percentage shots are what they are getting in terms of the attempts, and that's just not going to get it done. They've got to figure it out.
You know, so many games are decided by which team wins the rebound battle, and that's held true in this one so far.
And, Clark, their effort on the glass has given them the advantage, but it's also been the effort in general that's made a difference.
And stolen by Irving. And he lays it up and in. Irving's got 6 here in this quarter.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
That's not the kind of streak you want to be part of defensively. Tighten it up, fellas.
The three from LeBron. No good on that last second attempt there. A dominating first half of basketball, and so far hasn't been close. Cavaliers ahead, running away with it. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half. Well, it's been a one-sided affair so far through the first two quarters, but there's plenty of time to mount a comeback. You look at Kyrie Irving in this game, he has been everywhere.
How about the magic touch he had on display there in that first half in terms of finding his teammates? Just a plethora of assists.
Plethora, you're going deep into that dictionary of yours, man. It's not a common occurrence with this guy, though. Typically, he's more of a finisher. But that's not been the case in this one.
Well, it's been a one-sided affair so far through the first two quarters, but there's plenty of time to mount a comeback. You look at Kyrie Irving in this game, he has been everywhere.
It's as if he can get to the rim any time he wants, and in that first half, he wanted to quite a bit.
And that's where his points were coming from. I mean, the defense has to do a much better job of challenging him at the rim.
So on the floor for Cleveland, LeBron and Love are the talented pair at the forward position. Kyrie Irving and J.R. Smith at the guard set. And it's Thompson in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
And really, the Bulls weathered a lot of injuries last season and still had a good showing in the East. Came away with the 3 seed when many thought they would sink down after missing so many games from key players.
Rose. And the shot is good. Rose has got his second basket of the game.
3 for 3, and that's always a good way to start the second half.
And the Bulls did end up with the 3rd seed in the East. 33 of their 50 wins last year are coming in the Eastern Conference.
But it wasn't an even distribution of those wins for the Bulls. Against their own division in the Southeast, they played .500 basketball. They got their good in-conference record from feasting on the Atlantic teams, taking 16 wins in 18 games against that division.
That's leadership. Really, really valuable to have someone who can just take charge like he has.
Well, there's a certain amount of confidence you have when the ball is in his hands at that end of the floor right now. I mean, he just gives you a sense of calm and confidence because of how good he is.
Here's Thompson. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Tell you what, he's not an easy guy to stop when he's got his sight on the rim.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
Did he just go chop there with that one-hand tomahawk slam?
It's deflected. Irving kicks to James. Back to Irving. James, the pass to Irving. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist. 13 points for Kyrie Irving.
Everything going to plan here to start the third. 80% shooting thus far. Wow, 5 straight buckets coming out of half. They are rolling.
Gibson dishes to Butler. And Love throws it down.
Easy to see who's going to win that race.
Yeah, early offense is often easy offense. Excellent work that time.
And it's strange to think that early last year, all the talk in the media was about the in-house fighting on the Cavs. It goes to show just how much better things are for a team when they're winning.
Here's what Chicago's going with right now. Portis, he's checked in for Gibson. And it's Doug McDermott in for Mike Dunleavy. And a switch here also for Cleveland. Matthew Dellavedova has checked in for LeBron. Well, as rough as the Cavs might have started the season, Clark, they were all at peace near the end. Things turned around certainly after the All-Star break. Had their amazing playoff run, great momentum, and that confidence showed every game they played.
Really did, and I thought the big three found a way to come together nicely and smooth out the rough spots, and James, Irvin, and Love ended up being the highest scoring trio in the league last year.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far. Crisp pass into the paint.
They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it inbounds that time.
Boy, it seems like he's gotten a little loose with it since halftime. His fingers may be a little slick or slippery. He went from no turnovers in the first half to quite a few here in the second.
Here's what Chicago's going with right now. Joakim Noah, he's checked in for Gasol. Iritic comes in for McDermott, and it's Brooks in for Derrick Rose. And there's the foul. It'll go on Aaron Brooks. That's his first foul. Third quarter action, and just under 3.5 minutes have gone.
They're losing their concentration here, guys. Some sloppy play going on right now.
Yeah, 2 turnovers in a row, and that's always a recipe for disaster.
It's Noah with the drive. Portis can't get it to go.
Oh, that's terrific defense there. That's how you protect the rim.
And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Irvin.
Boy, did they ever make a mess out of that one. A terrible turnover.
Here is Brooks. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. And there's the whistle, fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. Last season, the Bulls were a tough matchup, solid margin of victory for them, and never looked overwhelmed, Clark.
Yeah, you know what? They're a team that's even-keeled, the type of team that can win anytime they take the floor. They have a system that works and good talent, that actually excellent talent to make it special, and that combination is a winning one.
And the Bulls making a change here. Holiday's checked in. And stolen by Kyrie Irving. And Shumpert kicks to Dellavedova. Shumpert against Holiday. Stolen by Holiday. Here's the break. It's deflected. Shumpert with the steal. The Cavaliers leading by 23.
And you talk about the Bulls being able to beat anybody in the league. They did. They did that last season. One of only 3 teams to register one win against every other team in the league back in 2015.
Morris checked in for Portis. Here's Shumpert. The rebound by Holiday.
When he's wide open like that, he'll rarely miss those.
Here's Noah. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. Noah's got 4 this quarter.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
"19 seconds left in the third quarter of the game.
And after defending on the shot, he doesn't give up on the play. Follow that straight to the glass for the rebound.
From deep three-point range, but they recover it. The Cavaliers again can't hit. And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided. Cavaliers lead by 21. And time for the short break, and stay right where you are. The fourth quarter is coming up next. And we welcome you back as we get going here in the fourth quarter. The final quarter of play can change everything. Rose is the 1 with Butler as the 2. Gibson is the 4 with Gasol at the 5. And it's Dunleavy in at the 3. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. And here's James outside. This one for 3.
Well, he had 1 3-pointer in the first half, but so far in the second, he's come up with goose eggs.
Here's Dunleavy. Can't get it to go. Smith with some nice D. The Cavaliers leading by 21. Here's Thompson. The Cavaliers again can't hit.
Great looking defense, really, just to disrupt the rhythm on that shot.
Yeah, really turned it from a simple, straightforward look into a very difficult shot.
That doesn't go either for Butler.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, strong rebounding has certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels.
And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. That one on Love. Let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Cavaliers.
You know, with their fast break operating so efficiently, I mean, you can see why they've gone with it throughout the game.
Yeah, and the other thing they've done since the beginning of this game is score points off turnovers and in bunches.
They double him with Butler. Gibson with the steal. Butler against Love. Good D from Love.
Unfortunately, that's been the result for him over and over, guys. He just cannot find the bottom of the basket.
Some nice passing by Cleveland here. And Butler, here we go. And the rejection by Love.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring. Yeah, just frustrated by their lack of production offensively, and I can't blame them. I mean, they're getting the looks, but the shots just aren't falling.
Yeah, and the slump that they're having shooting the ball can take its toll on you if you're not mentally strong. So I like this timeout here to try to get those guys reset and refocused.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over. Cleveland making a change here. Irving's checked in. The Bulls have gone a dismal 0 for 5 to get the fourth quarter underway. In the corner, Gibson with it. Top of the key, Butler. And J.R. Smith picks up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Gasol drives in. Rose can't hit.
And the rebounding has been key to their success here tonight.
It has been a lopsided battle on the boards, no doubt.
Stolen by Rose. And stolen by Kyrie Irving. And Thompson throws it down.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant, and this guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there.
A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line.
And now one spot the Cavs did struggle with last year was help off the bench. They were last in the league in bench strength.
And J.R. Smith picks up the foul. That's his third foul of the game. So Chicago ends up going with the new group. Moore. And the rejection by Smith. Portis can't get it to go.
Not only is their lead big, but their advantage on the boards is huge too.
They've been the aggressors, plain and simple, outworking them, fighting for every loose ball.
And Irving comes to help. Portis can't get it to go.
I still can't believe that one didn't fall.
Back to Love. The three. Cleveland gets it back. Thompson passes to James. Another shot. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
That's his first
I mean, even from over here, you could see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it, Greg. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the officials.
For the Cavaliers, Mozgov, he's checked in for Tristan Thompson. Fry comes in for Kevin Love. And it's Amon Shumpert in for LeBron. And there's a whistle. That's going to go on Timothy Mozgov. And that'll be his third foul so far. And the Cavaliers making a change here. Jones is checked in.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Cavaliers.
Agreed, Steve, and as one-sided as it gets today. You know, Clark, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
You're right, Kevin. It's hard to think of anything that didn't go right for them. I mean, game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was spot on.
I mean, when you look at the stats, you'll see just how dominant a game this was. For Thompson, just an outpouring of points from him. Nobody could do much to keep him from dropping it in.
Out of bounds, Cleveland will take possession.
Into the lineup for the Cavaliers.
Mo Williams is checked in for Cleveland. That's tipped. Moore with the steal. And here comes Moore leading the fast break. It's good, the assist that time from Holiday.
And a nice 1-2 punch there, guys. Great defensive play and great basket in transition.
Aggressive play, attacking basketball on the attack, full throttle. I love it.
Chicago on defense. That'll go on McDermott. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line.
You know what? You've got to always be in control of your emotions.
Straight frustration right there, and I agree with you. Self-control of your emotions, a must-have if you're going to play winning basketball.
There's 49 seconds left in the fourth. Bulls moving the ball around. Double team on Holiday. Moore with it. Now guarded by Shumpert. Shot clock at 6. Shot from 12. Nice shot by Portis.
And this run not really doing them any good at this point, as late as it's starting to evolve.
Yeah, but kudos to him, Greg. I mean, the fight they're showing now, you got to give them credit for that. Would have been really easy to pack it in.
And the fans already heading for the exits, clearly not pleased with the way things turned out today.
Well, Greg, this was a well-deserved win. I mean, they came into this building and acted like it was their home turf. I mean, they were the ones calling the shots and controlling everything.
And it's E'Twaun Moore with the foul. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line.
At the line for the Bulls, Mo Williams.
And both free throws good for Williams. 9 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Pass to Portis. The 10-footer. And off the glass. That one's good.
That's how to orchestrate for your teammate. Terrific pass.
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Jones.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
So we see the Cavaliers taking the win here. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were
Check. I'm from where the cameras run.
The Heat are out of Miami and into an interconference game. We're live from Portland, Oregon. Hometown fans are cheering for their Trailblazers. Buckle yourselves in, everybody. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. With Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. All right, let's set the floor. Courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. On the floor for Miami, Dang and Bosh, your small and power forwards. Dragic is joined in the backcourt by Wade. And it's Whiteside in the pivot spot, manning the middle. And it's Miami's ball. And it's the Heat on the break. Dang with the ball. Oh, and a fast break for the Heat. It's stolen by Aminu. Plumlee dishes to McCollum. Back to Plumlee. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers.
I like it. I like it. He broke out the fancy finish there.
As magical as the 2014 playoffs were for the Blazers, remember they beat Houston in that first round, that great shot by Lillard late to win it and move on. 2015, not as much. You know, Greg, they drew a very tough Memphis team, as you recall, in the first round.
Yeah, you often talk about styles making fights. Very similar in this series. They would go on to drop the first 3 games before being bounced, but still a good showing for a team that struggled mightily down the stretch with injuries.
And Dang, here we go. And the shot is good.
Defensively, that possession better not start a trend because they just handed him 2 points.
The shot's good from Plumlee.
Well, I tell you what, the post play has been rock solid right off the bat.
It really has, and they've created a lot of high percentage shots in the paint here already.
It's stolen by Aminu. It's deflected. It's stolen by Dragic. Here's Wade. And it's Portland with the rebound.
Well, he gets it in close, but you have to credit that stifling defense for forcing the miss.
Exactly, Greg. I mean, defense like that really increases the degree of difficulty on that shot by a large amount.
And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the Trailblazers.
And it's been about their defense. They're playing with a frenetic pace, putting a lot of pressure on the ball handlers and forcing turnovers.
You know, another factor in their offense so far has been their ability to convert and score off turnovers. That's a major mental mistake. I mean, there's no other way for me to describe it. He didn't know where he was on the court. That's a basic fundamental. You have to be alert to where you are.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
It is. I mean, no reason to back off and give him the layup. I mean, much better off making him go to the line.
And the Trailblazers making a change here. Rabs checked in. Greg, after a run of 10 playoff trips in 11 years, the Miami Heat missing the postseason last year, they'd end up a game back of the 8th spot.
Yeah, and what's hard for the Heat, Kevin, is that they were in the playoff picture for most of the year, and as the season wore on, they slowly fell out of that top 8.
You know, guys, for the greater part of last season, it appeared as though the Heat were playoff bound. Even with the players they lost, most figured they would be playing postseason basketball.
For the Trailblazers, Davis comes in for Mason Plumlee. And it's Henderson for Lillard. And Miami with a change here, too. Winslow's checked in. And out of bounds as the Trailblazers gain possession.
And one reason why the Heat did come up short in their playoff aspirations, they were very poor against other teams in the playoffs. So only went 15-31 against teams that had made it into the postseason last year.
Leonard, he's checked in for Al-Farouq Aminu. Johnson, he's checked in for the Heat. The shot by Wade, no good.
Usually if he gets to the rim, he's converting it into points. But the defense stood tall there.
Here's Leonard. Soft touch off the glass. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. Johnson attacking. No good. Now Portland takes it the other way. And there's a call on Bosch. That is his first foul of the game. A different look for Miami. Stoudemire comes in for Chris Bosch. And it's Richardson in for Dwayne Wade. Now here's McCollum. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. The Trailblazers shooting their third and fourth free throw attempts of the game. The first free throw is good.
Well, I think it's been said about 1,000 times now how Coach Spoelstra started as a video coordinator with the Heat, but he's been with the organization for so long, they are starting to become synonymous.
There's Winslow. Here's Stoudemire. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3.
Just not enough bodies on the glass right there, and they paid for it.
Well, Greg, I know you're a little guy, but you know what it means to box out, and it's an effort thing and a mindset deal. You got to get your body between that other player and the ball.
Here's Cram. The shot is off. Some solid defense from Johnson. Here's Winslow. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
He always knows where his teammate's going to be, and, Kevin, that will let him put the ball where he wants it, right waiting for him.
Stolen by Winslow. And it's Dragic off the drive. And Davis sends it back. And now here's Davis, the fast break opportunity. Stolen by Winslow. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Leonard brings the double team. And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. For Miami, they have made 2 of their previous 3 free throws in today's game. No good on the free throw. Noah Vonleh, he's checked in for Portland. And Miami also making a switch. Josh McRoberts has checked in for Winslow. The Trailblazers have gone 5 of 9 from the field here in the first. And taken away by Johnson.
Out of bounds.
And out of bounds as the Trailblazers gain possession. Portland leading. Here's Henderson. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. The tray. The shot is off. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been... Now we got a close game here as we get back to the second quarter. And taking a look at the Trailblazers' performance here, boys, what do you think they're doing or not doing?
A lot of times the team that owns the paint is going to come away with the victory, and that's what they've done here thus far.
Yeah, why change the plan until they make you? And that's where they should continue to attack moving forward, going inside.
On the court for Miami here in the second. Wade and Dang are the 2 and 3. Josh McRoberts out there with Whiteside. And it's Richardson in at the 1 spot. Here's Wade. And that is good. Wade's got the second quarter going with the first basket of the period for the Heat.
It's got to be nice for them to know that game in and game out, his offense is going to be there for him.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
The 11-footer. Damian Lillard pulls it in. Portland trailing here. The Miami Heat came up short last season in hopes of getting back to the playoffs. Clark, their road record didn't help them much.
Yeah, 17 and 24. I don't think you can be that far under 500 on the road and hope to play in the postseason.
Whiteside, good.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
And there's the foul, and it's on Josh McRoberts. That's his first foul. for the Trailblazers. Davis is checked in for Vonleh, and it's Aminu in for Maurice Harkless. And Miami with a change here, too. Chris Bosh is checked in for Josh McRoberts.
And how about for the Heat having the best road record of any team that didn't make the postseason in the East? But as you said, struggling on the road will sink a team battling for a playoff spot.
You know, one final note, guys, on the Heat and their road losses. They ended up going only 2-8 in their last 10 road games of the year. That was a big part of how they fell out of the 8th playoff seed.
Davis kicks to Aminu. And that one falls coming off of Davis's feed. Aminu's got 6 points.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
3 consecutive baskets have come right at the rim. The defense had better start buckling down and tightening up.
Guys, they are getting exposed in terms of their low post defense.
Plumlee attacking. That one falls, his second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
If you battle for the offensive rebound and come up with it, you're guaranteed a high-quality shot on a foul just like he got there.
At the elbow, it's Lillard. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Now it's a 5-point Portland lead.
That's how you make an impact with defense. Once the steal is made, you know they're going to be scattered. The floor is open. Take care of business.
Always an advantage when you can get out in the open floor. You get much better rhythm offensively. And this lead, I think, is headed up.
Winslow's checked in for Whiteside. Wade kicks to Richardson. Great D that time from Davis.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
And it's the Heat on the break. Here's Dang. Here's Winslow. Plumlee with some nice D.
Now that's terrific defense at the rim. Got right in his path.
And you know they'll be conscious of him next time they take it inside, too. I mean, that's what really good defenders do. They make you think about their presence.
Portland shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here.
And they've been ordinary on the season as well, just about 75% from the line.
Guys, their free throw shooting has slipped a bit since last year, but not really to the point where they should be overly concerned about it.
Catching up on the changes for Portland. Leonard, he's checked in for Plumlee. Allen Crabbe comes in for Gerald Henderson. And McCollum subbed in for Damian Lillard. Here's Aminu. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And Greg, he says, thank you very much, and sails in for the flush.
And those are the kind of sequences that tell you why the score is what it is.
Bosh passes to Wade. Good on that shot, and with that, the Trailblazer lead is cut down to 3 on the bucket from Chris Bosh.
Nice pass there to set that bucket up.
And that's 10 of their last 12 points that have come off assists.
For Miami, they've gone 6 of 10 from the floor here in the second quarter. Wade drives in. The kick out to Dang. Fades and shoots. And that one hits back iron. Trailblazers leading by 3. Aminu misses. The Heat shoot the ball beautifully in the second quarter. They're at 55% from the field. Crabbe, good. Crabbe's got his first basket.
Oh, how sluggish was that defense?
Deflects the pass. It's stolen by Davis. Here's Aminu. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Aminu's got the lead up to 7 now for the Trailblazers.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of it.
The Heat shooting their 6th and 7th free throws in the game. He's off on the first. So it's both teams making substitutions here. He's off on the second.
Usually free throws are a formality for him. I didn't expect that result when he stepped up there.
That's a quick bucket there. Solid in transition.
Well, you know, he loves the chance to get out and run, and we could see right there why he does.
And so we conclude the first half. Trailblazers lead by 9. From Portland, we're back in a moment. And the third quarter about ready to get underway. All right, the second half beginning in just a moment. The Heat trail by 9. Lillard at the point with C.J. McCollum playing the 2. Plumlee out there with Aminu. And it's Harkless in at the 3, the small forward. That's the group in the game for the Trailblazers.
He had that one clean, but the ref saw it differently. They'll count the basket.
And the basket by Lillard.
Great way to start the half. Easy layup against some soft D.
Portland did a lot of things right last year in their 51-win season. The one constant for them was how they, Greg, play defense.
You know, Kevin, they were good all season long in terms of staying focused on that side of the ball. Really made sure to challenge every shot. And with their length and reach, they should be a factor defensively.
So it's Miami now. 9-point game. Here's Bosch. Scored the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7.
That's 3 of 4 here to start the half.
Here's Aminu.
Taking it to the rack with power right there.
And hammering down with the two-handed slam.
Just piling on the lead with a dunk like that.
And the Heat call time here. Well, you look back at the 2015 Heat, and the injuries are what probably brought that team down. We can go from Chris Bosh with the debilitating blood clot on his lung and on and on and on. The loss, of course, which was not an injury of LeBron James. There are a lot of moving parts with that team.
And that's a great point, Kevin. If you take any star off a team, things are going to get difficult. It was impressive that the Heat still managed to stay competitive once Bosh went out.
Now the dish to McCollum. There's the basket and make it a double-digit lead. And now an 11-point Portland lead.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
I tell you what, it reminds me of one of my college coaches. He used to say, that ain't going to get it done. That's 5 straight baskets in the paint now. You know, Bosh was the big injury hit for the Heat, but they had a lot of other injuries as well. I mean, had to use 31 different starting lineups last season, and 20 different players started at least one game.
Gerald Henderson, he's checked in for Portland. The Heat also changing it up. Winslow's checked in for Bosh. And it's Richardson in for Dwayne Wade. And Portland making a change here. Davis is checked in. And Miami with a change here, too. Nick Roberts is checked in.
And injuries are something that you can't plan for, but you can prepare for them. And hopefully the Heat can avoid injury woes this season. If they can, they at least have players who have been through that struggle last year.
Here's Winslow. That's in, coming off an assist from Dragic. Dragic has got 3 assists in the game. Henderson against Richardson. Now here's Henderson, guarded closely. Over to the left wing. Harkless with the bucket. And the Trailblazers lead by 11.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists.
Portland was just fantastic at home last season. We expect that, though, of this team, Greg. 32-9. It was packed each game.
And Kevin, of that 32-win mark, how about that was the 4th best in the entire league? You don't win your division without winning at home, and Portland definitely took care of business.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Leonard comes in for Plumlee, and Krabs subbed in for Maurice Harkless. It's stolen by Davis. Henderson dishes to Leonard. And stolen by Richardson. To the inside. Here's Dragic. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
Well, I tell you what, it seems as though Portland is always good at home. It was 2007 when they last had a losing record in this building. Even when they're down overall, they're always tough at home.
Vonleh's checked in for Davis.
The entire
We're going to bring you an interconference matchup in this one as the Cavaliers come from Cleveland to play this one. And here it comes, the NBA on 2K Sports.
Hey, gentlemen.
This is Kevin Harlan. Joining me, Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and courtside Doris Burke. And it's the Cavaliers to start out. And a look at the starters for the Cavaliers. J.R. Smith and LeBron at the 2 and 3. Kevin Love out there with Thompson. And it's Irving at the point guard. 16 feet away. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. It's going to go on Tristan Thompson.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
Greg, he got him good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
And now one spot the Cavs did struggle with last year was help off the bench. They were last in the league in bench scoring.
Cleveland on defense. Outside, Green. It's taken away by Smith. To the inside. Oh, wow. Nasty. Absolutely filthy.
And the building is stunned, partner. He dug deep into his bag.
I tell you what, I hope he keeps that one handy. I want to see that one again.
Here's Green.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Old school D right there, just telling them no easy layups. It's as simple as that. And that's what you expect from them. Well, I tell you, the Warriors roster fit together hand in glove. They were led by the Splash Brothers, but the front court and the bench really complemented the rest of the team perfectly because all of the players for the Warriors were extremely versatile and highly skilled.
As you're talking about the Warriors, you know, they were built to play with each other last year. The bigs could all pass very well, and that set up the three-point threats.
And then even on the defensive side, I mean, they had players that really complemented each other. I mean, some undersized power forwards who countered with rim protectors. I mean, they also had the length at every perimeter position to switch on any play. So they are equally as adept on that side of the ball.
And Draymond Green picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. LeBron outside. Stolen by Thompson.
Yeah, a couple turnovers here early on in the quarter, but he's got to just tighten it up a little bit.
Curry kicks to Green. They double him with LeBron. And that one's good. Green's got 5 points so far.
Oh, that is just weak defense there. I'm pretty sure that was not the plan to give him those kind of baskets at the hoop.
Love dishes to Smith. It's LeBron with the drive. Great look, but off the mark.
And mark that one down right there. It's going to be a long time until we see him miss another one like that.
The feed to Bogut. Wants to get it to Barnes and does. That one rolling around and rims out. On the wing, James. Cleveland moving it around. And here's Love for three. That one's no good. 0-1 to begin the game. The drive by Green. Kicks to Barnes. Frames the 19-footer. The Cavaliers trail by 3. Smith with it. Headed now by Barnes. And Thompson throws it down.
Well, he's an undersized center, but he more than makes up for it with some serious leaping ability.
To the middle. And stolen by Love. Here's Irving. Great D that time from Green.
You love the closeout on that possession.
Excellent defense, active, and he made it a very tough shot for him.
Second chance shot. That one's off. He's now 1 for 2. And LeBron throws it down. Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
Yeah, but neither team really able to jump ahead.
It reminds me of that Cameo song, Back and Forth.
Now here's Curry. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Well, you go back last season, the Cavs had a very slow start to the year. Not surprising. They had a lot of new faces and people they're bringing together. Clark, it didn't look like the powerhouse they would end up being, as we saw.
Well, you know, they were kind of fumbling and bumbling around in the 5th and 6th spots in the East for the first half of the season. Made some changes, though, through trade, and that got them going, I think.
Here's Iguodala. Lays it up and banks it in. And a moment here to take a look at some of the hustle stats for the Warriors.
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
And also, they're jumping on a lot of turnovers, making sure they turn them into points at the other end.
6 on the shot clock. James. That's good.
And those midseason trades for the Cavs really turned things around. Mozgov came in, J.R. Smith and Shumpert secured that 2 spot, gave this team an incredible edge defensively.
Leandro Barbosa. He's checked in for Curry. Here's Shumpert. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. Shumpert's got his first basket. Guys, what a tight start to the game this has been.
You know what? Can you believe there have been 7 lead changes already, guys?
Wow.
And it's still in the first half. This could be a wild one.
.34 seconds left in the first quarter of the game.
Yeah, and you know, they built the roster to how they play best midseason. I mean, it was a great job, I think, by the front office to get the players that fit best into the locker room and into the team style of play.
Cleveland's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Fry passes to LeBron. Trying to find Mozgov. Gets it to him. Passes it to Fry. Dellavedova from outside. And that one's good. The first quarter. Welcome back, folks. We have a close game here at the start of the second quarter of play. And from what we've seen from the Cavaliers, what are you guys seeing?
It's been about the pace. You can see they're going to try to keep this game in the open floor.
Yeah, and, you know, it's been a tempo that they like, and they're getting some easy buckets in transition here.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. So for the Golden State Warriors right now, we've got Rush. Maurice Spates out there with Iguodala. And there's Livingston. And it's Barbosa in the shooting guard. And slam dunk by Shumpert.
Phenomenal alley-oop slam right there, guys.
They're taking advantage, Clark, of a team that looks lost out there.
Guys, this one is threatening to get really ugly. Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
Love with the screen on Barbosa. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Cavaliers will retain possession.
Risky pass in a situation like that. Very lucky that wasn't a steal.
Fortunate to get it through. I thought he was headed the other way with that one.
Irving's checked in for Cleveland. Fry, that's for 2. Excellent D here by Iguodala. Inside. And stolen by Fry. And, oh, here we go. Smith's got it, the fast break chance. And that one's good, Shumpert. And what's your take, guys, on the hustle stats for the Cavaliers?
They've come out in attack mode on the defensive end. They've applied pressure and forcing turnover.
They also came out of the locker room with their running shoes on. I mean, their transition game has been full throttle.
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here. The Roracle, or Oracle Arena, was rocking last season, and with good reason. The Warriors would finish a league best 39-2 at home last year.
And how about that 39-2 record put them one off of tying the best record ever in the NBA. That record, by the way, belongs to the Celtics with 40 wins back in 1986.
Thompson, he's checked in for Channing Frye.
Warriors girls.
Warriors trailed by 5. Iguodala outside. Here's Spates. Thompson with the rebound.
Well, I tell you what, you look at the Warriors, and they were actually unstoppable in every way last season. Average home margin of victory was 13-plus points. A lot of those games weren't even that close as they let things get tight in garbage time.
Here's Spates. Tristan Thompson picking up that last bucket. Baseline J on the way. Love grabs the board. Love's got 4 rebounds now tonight. And the jam by J.R. Smith.
Excellent communication between teammates on the alley-oop there.
And that's what you need to pull that off.
And you do. You have to have both ends of that play, and they were fantastic on that one. And more on the Warriors' home dominance. Shot almost 50% as a team at home, which led the league. Shot over 41% from beyond the arc as a team.
Irving kicks to Thompson. From past the arc. And there's Love. That's good on the assist by Shumpert. Love's got 5.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
And the Warriors with a completely new 5 on the floor. Warriors trailed by 12. On the wing, Thompson. He dishes it to Bogut. Some nice passing by Golden State here. Here's Irving. Now in the scoring column with that deuce. 1 for 2 this game.
Kyrie Irving.
Boy, this defense is getting eaten up on the inside, guys, giving up far too many free runs to the rim.
And they haven't been able to return the favor with their offense in the paint because that has not been up to par.
Catching up on the changes for Cleveland. Mozgov, he's checked in for Love. LeBron comes in for J.R. Smith. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Shumpert. The kick out to Irving. And it's Dellavedova missing.
Well, that defense went from poor to no defense at all.
And when he's open like that, you don't see him miss those looks very often.
And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. Green with the block. The drive by Thompson to end the drought. He lays it in. Thompson's got his first points in this one.
Don't take your eyes off of him because he can make plays from multiple spots on the floor. Put the isolated cam on him.
Dellavedova dishes to Mozgov. And he was camped in the lane there, and he gets the 3-second call. And the Warriors making a change here. Azili's checked in. And Cleveland with a change here, too. Channing Frye's checked in for Tristan Thompson. They get it again. Green. And he battles for the ball and gets the second chance bucket. Green's got 7 points.
Really nice job to convert the putback opportunity there. I mean, he stayed with that play from start to finish. That's something we say about him a lot.
What a year for the Warriors. Clark won their division for the first time in 39 years, ran away with the very tough Western Conference.
And there were a number of surprises last season, Kevin, but the Warriors were at the top of the list. I mean, I don't think anybody, including you and I, pegged them to be as good as they were.
Especially the way the finals began.
Exactly.
And Frye kicks to James. It's stolen by Green. Here's Barnes. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. 6 points for Barnes.
Such a strong finisher on the fast break.
And, Greg, I love the fact he's always in control. Even though he's going at breakneck speed, he still maintains his body control.
And here we go with Curry running it up the court. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Curry.
Checking in for your Warriors.
Just 4 seconds left in the first half. Irving. No good.
Let's take them back.
Welcome back, everybody. The start of the second half getting underway. Both teams battling hard through the first half. Look at LeBron James. He's really been playing well.
Yeah, he's played just a smart game overall offensively, looking for and finding the gaps in the defense, and also terrific shot selection.
Greg, that's exactly what we're talking about when we talk about being efficient as an offensive player. Fully on display there with him.
And we welcome you back to start the quarter. Players had a chance to get hydrated with Gatorade. And there's certain to be some great basketball ahead for us. Look at LeBron James. He's really been playing well.
Yeah, he was in attack mode from the word go. Came out very aggressively in that first half.
Take a look at his shot chart. It looks like the ink spilled right at the rim. No reason for him to settle for anything less.
Checking out the group for Tyronn Lue to start the second half. Kyrie Irving and J.R. Smith at the guard set. LeBron and Love are the talented pair at the forward position. And it's Thompson in at the pivot spot manning the middle. The Warriors have been coming through at the charity stripe. They've made 7 of their 8 attempts.
And really, they haven't been able to differentiate themselves from the free throw line on the season at about 76%.
Now here's Love. He's got 5. Outside Irving. Back to Love. Cleveland moving the ball around. Irving passes to Thompson. No luck. Nice D from Bogut.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist numbers. And theirs are fantastic.
Just beautiful when they play the game like this.
Taking it to the rack with power right there.
And hammering down with the two-handed slam.
Just piling on the lead with the dunk like that.
A little over a minute gone here in the second half. Pass to Green. From 13. And a rebound goes to the Cavaliers. Smith kicks to Love. It's good, the assist that time from Smith. Now it's a 7-point Cavalier lead.
Well, you know, last season Steve Kerr came into a good situation, but a touch awkward. The team wasn't 100% on board with the firing of the previous coach, but he won them over in a hurry.
Here's Irving. And the Cavaliers getting another bucket right there.
Guys, they've had a solid start to the second half offensively. Gotten good looks. They've made 3 out of 4 of them.
Offensive rebound. Green dishes to Barnes. Deflects the pass. Now Cleveland moving it up. He lobs it up. And it's out of bounds. The Cavaliers able to retain possession here. Some changes for Golden State. Spates checked in for Bogut. Iguodala comes in for Harrison Barnes. And it's Livingston in for Curry. And Cleveland with a change here too. Shumpert's checked in. Here's Irving. Bank shot, no good. Greg, Steve Kerr did win over the locker room in a hurry last season. They had finished a successful run under Mark Jackson. Winning accelerates everything. They certainly bought into it.
They really did. And people don't often appreciate how difficult it is to come into a situation where expectations are that high. But he also went out of his way to empower his players and really give them some accountability. Didn't try to hide anyone on defense and played to the strengths of his team on the offensive end.
The drive by Green. That is good.
Kevin, he's been a bright spot in what's otherwise been a little bit of a struggle for this team.
And it's the Warriors on the break. Thompson passes to Iguodala. It's tipped and stolen by LeBron. Up the floor, and he gets the bucket. 6 points for Kyrie Irving.
And unfortunately, we've seen a few too many of those. A lack of concentration and alertness, a turnover, and an easy bucket the other way in transition.
And really, a few more of those, and this game could be over.
You know, the Cavs last season won a bunch of games, but they had to fight for a lot of them. They often would fall behind early or dig a big hole and have to fight their way out of it.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Cavaliers. You mentioned, GA, the Cavs and their comebacks. They actually overcame double-digit deficits for 13 of their 53 wins last year.
Yeah, and Kevin, I remember their biggest one being a comeback after being down 17 points. I mean, but when you have the star power that the Cavs have, no comeback is out of the question. You're just never safe against this team.
Ezeli's checked in for the Warriors. Ian Clark comes in for Thompson. Cleveland also making some changes. Mozgov, he's checked in for Thompson. Fry comes in for Kevin Love. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Irving. Here's Dellavedova. The stupendous finish in traffic. Dellavedova's got 5 now.
Excellent ball movement there, guys.
And that's key to this run. Passing it with purpose, the D hasn't been able to keep up.
Iguodala kicks to Livingston. Mozgov with the block. The drive by James. Goes up high for the two-handed dunk.
He has really shot the ball extremely well, as you'd expect. Like we say, he's been making sweet string music all day long.
Green, no luck.
And you saw how quick the defense was. They were ready for him. They got the hand in the face there and made that much more difficult.
Yeah, and every team needs that kind of rugged interior defense because you want to try to distract your opponents when they get inside, and you also want to make them uncomfortable in their shot attempts.
Here's Clark. It's hauled in by Fry. Right side jumper, 13 feet away. And that one comes up a bit short. Iguodala, that's a two-pointer. And the Warriors miss again. And as and we're rolling here again with the fourth quarter. Might not come down to the wire, but you never know. Cleveland leading by 13. It's the Splash Brothers, Curry and Thompson at the guard spots. Barnes and Green are the forward set. And it's Bogut, and it's the 5. That's the Warriors' 5.
I tell you what, he can do a lot more damage to that rim than that when he wants to.
And you know, Clark, with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Me too.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm glad he didn't, because otherwise we'd probably have a 45-minute delay here if he shattered the backboard.
And James throws it down.
Tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
Ah, that's bringing it down hard. Clark,
Yes,
bringing it down hard,
yes,
my
sir.
brother.
Yes, sir.
Symbolic there as well of the effort here tonight.
On the wing, James. Another miss by LeBron.
The defense did a really good job of choking off the middle there once he got inside.
Outside for Curry. No good. And Cleveland the other way now. Smith for three. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson.
J.R. Smith.
And the Cavaliers lead by 18.
Warriors call a timeout.
And he's looking to really stretch this lead out, even with the cushion they have, still letting it fly from long range.
Timeout called the Warriors.
And one problem with the Cavs last season was they put immediate pressure on themselves. A part of that was the trade for Kevin Love.
Kyrie Irving's checked in for Matthew Dellavedova. And Thompson kicks to Bogut. Cavaliers with the rebound. LeBron's got his third rebound tonight. Three-pointer. That ball is good for another field goal. His sixth. He is 6 for 9 on the stat sheet.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
Here's Thompson. Buries it from about 10 feet away. The Cavaliers leading by 19. Irving kicks to Love. To the paint. Here's Smith. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot two. And now we'll get perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the Cavaliers.
J.R. Smith.
You know, with their fast break operating so efficiently, I mean, you can see why they've gone with it throughout the game.
And the other thing they've done since the beginning of this game is score points off turnovers and in bunches.
And the free throw, no good. Here's Thompson. It's rebounded by Cleveland. LeBron's got 4 rebounds in this game.
That's something they need to do more of. Get after it on the glass. Go get those boards.
Clark, it wouldn't hurt. Some extra possessions would definitely help narrow the gap and maybe swing the momentum.
And here's Thompson after LeBron James hitting the three. To the middle. And Irving with the basket on the assist by Smith.
Assisted by
8 points for Kyrie. Irving.
A very hot shooting second half has seen them bring that field goal percentage way up.
Yeah, and they're cruising right now, looking to add to the lead.
Stolen by Thompson. Cleveland moving the ball around. And again, it's Cleveland.
Now, this is just getting ridiculous. They can't possibly keep this up.
Can't remember the last time they missed one. Remarkable shooting here.
Puts up the baby hook.
Yeah, the offense seems completely in disarray.
Exactly. But at the other end, it's one bucket after the other. This run is getting out of hand right now.
It was the season of destiny, and the Warriors certainly followed through. Clark, the best team in the league all year, and they finished the job beating the Cavs in the finals.
And they were on a mission from the get-go. They would become another team to win 65 games or more and win the finals. Impressive work.
Looking at who's out there now for the Cavaliers. Mozgov, he's checked in for Love. Jones comes in for James. And then Shumpert in there for J.R. Smith. Azili dishes to Spates. Feeds to Barbosa. Clark, the pass to Rush. To halt the run. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line. For the Cavaliers, Fry comes in for Thompson. And Mo Williams subbed in for Kyrie Irving.
And for the Warriors, they had tough opponents the whole way. I mean, the Pelicans, Grizzlies, and Rockets, they all put up fights. The Cavs in the finals were just as tough with LeBron, but the Warriors found a way to come through. And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Cavaliers.
And they could do no wrong today, Steve. That's right. This was a team performing to its Clark fullest capability.
Yeah, and a very satisfying win for them, too. A game to remember, and on the other side, definitely one you want to forget as soon as possible.
And when you look back at this one, what an amazing performance this was for Thompson. You can't look back at too many major moments in this game and not see his imprint put all over it.
And for the Warriors, it had been nearly 40 years, guys, since the franchise made it to the finals. They had a lot of pressure on them to win and finish things off, but they got it done and did it in emphatic fashion, winning on the road. The title solidified them as one of the all-time outstanding teams in NBA history.
Here's Clark. He feeds it to Rush. Mozgov with the steal. To the paint. Here's Fry. Warriors with the rebound.
Oh, tough D on the inside.
It sure was, Greg. No easy access to the basket when that fellow's in the middle.
Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Now the Warriors moving it up. Here's Rush. It's deflected. And so the ball's out of bounds. Shumpert touched it last. Here's Spates. Here's Fry. A drive by Shumpert. Shoots a fader. Hits the front of the rim and out. Clark. So we see the Cavaliers taking the win here. This one was over well before the